Ayo Luckies, welcome back to Luck Management. I'm your host Carter Loesch, and tomorrow is the biggest game in Notre Dame history. Tomorrow, or if you're listening to this today, is one of the biggest games that I've ever been a part of, that the Notre Dame family has been a part of in the last 35 years, in the last 36 years. It's the college football semifinal against Penn State. Penn State. I am so excited for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It is going to be a game of incredible showmanship, class. Riley Leonard, Jeremiah Love, all the guys working their butts off to get us into the college football final. I have been waiting for this moment all year, and I know that I've had a couple podcasts after NIU. I didn't know where we were going, didn't believe in Riley Leonard so much, didn't know how our offense was going to cook, didn't know what was going on in the defense. Actually, I always believed in the defense, but tomorrow marks the changing of the guard. Notre Dame has arrived. They just beat Georgia. Great win. That win was a dominating win. Marcus Freeman beat out Kirby Smart and was doing trick plays, was showing off depth. We had better depth than the SEC team. We had better depth than a team that has been a powerhouse for years in college football. We showed off a strength that I knew and I saw all year. When I said we will beat Indiana, we will beat Georgia, I'm telling you today, we will beat Penn State. And it is going to be glorious. Doing it down in the Citrus Bowl, or it might be the Orange Bowl. It's the Orange Bowl in Miami. And the guys are ready. So we have to go back to go forward. Marcus Freeman is a leader of men. He cares about this program, converted to Catholicism. He's like an Irish Catholic. He's got 6 kids. He loves this program. He loves what it stands for. He loves what we're doing. And I love what he's doing. Al Golden has the best defense in the entire college football realm. I guess you call it realm. And then you have Mike Denbrock, an offensive mastermind, getting the most out of Riley Leonard, getting the most out of Jeremiah Love, getting the most out of Jadarian Price, getting the most out of Faison, getting the most out of our O-line. In the beginning of the year, they only had 12 starts. Now they're up to 25 collectively. We had guys go down. Every week, we just kept fighting. Every week, we wanted to get better. And this week, it all comes to pass with Penn State. This is the moment. This is where Dynasty starts. And this is where Notre Dame brings it back into the college football lore. I am so confident in this team. I believe in this team. I believe in Riley Leonard. We got God on our side. All the Catholics, pray to God, know that it's going to happen, set your intention, and believe that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to win this game. I believe, we're hands up, we're praying, we know it. It's going to be glorious. With that said, playing Penn State. Penn State's a very good football team. And let's look at what we're seeing on offense, defense, coaching, everywhere. So first up, coaching. James Franklin is a great coach, but Marcus Freeman has a better hairline. Look at that hairline, just tight. Of course, Franklin doesn't have any hair, and I'm probably going to lose all my hair in the future. Nothing wrong with that. Bald men rule the world. I've always said that. Joe Rogan. Elon Musk probably has hair plugs. Jeff Bezos. Trump probably would have been bald. So, just putting that out there. He can't win the big one. And this is the biggest game he has ever been a part of. and I'm talking about Franklin. Marcus Freeman wins the big ones. 12-4 against top 10 teams. He shows you time and time again that he loves and will work hard for this team. He's lost to some bad teams. He's lost to NIU. He's lost to Marshall. He's lost to Stanford in a down year. He's done that. But whenever there's a big game, he steps up. The last big game we lost was Ohio State. And that game was crushing. I guess we lost to Clemson, but different sort of setup. And he's going to bring out the trick plays, Marcus Freeman. He's going to be strong on special teams. He's going to bring out the quarterback, do different runs, wildcat options. He's going to change the game and make James Franklin be on his heels. And I am so excited for it. But he's going to come out strong. It's going to be 4 quarters of fuck you football, as Notre Dame loves to say. These guys are juiced up. They've been waiting for this for 3 years, 30 years. And for 3 years, these seniors, these guys, these people that have come into the program of Marcus Freeman believe in him. College football is led by the coach. College football wins and losses are determined by the coach, and Marcus Freeman is making his name for himself by getting to the national championship. We will worry about next week when next week comes, but we are going to make it. We are going to show Penn State what Notre Dame football is all about. Nobody will be able to deny us once we make it to this college football final. But we have to go to the offense. On Penn State, I was watching their win against Boise State. They're a good football team. Carbon copies, some would say. Back and forth, hard-nosed football, big O-line, sweeping runs. So what I saw from Penn State was a lot of sliding runs. They will move their offensive line to the left and the right, and they will pull guys. And these guys are big dudes. Big Ten, they grow them big up in the Midwest. And Pennsylvania boys, they don't mess around. You got Philly over there. They'll show you. So they'll drag the line there. And they have really good pass protection. I think Boise State doesn't have the best pass rush at the end of the day, but they will stop you. Their running backs can fill in, and it gives Drew Aller a lot of time. Now, Drew Aller is one of the biggest pieces of this whole game, but he loves to throw floater passes. He dinks and dimes it. Now, he's got great accuracy. He only had 3 interceptions last year. He's only had 3 or 4 this year. And when he has time, he throws a good ball. And when he's not pressured, he sees the field very well. At times he can run, but that's not his main prerogative. He's got a little bit of speed. He can move back and forth, but that is not his game at the end of the day. So our secondary is going to need to be on the wide receivers tough. He goes very far back in his dropbacks. He moves very far back to give himself some visuals of the field and where his guys can go and make the routes. Our defensive line needs to get to the quarterback as fast as possible. Oben needs to get in there and cause some issues. Villame Usa needs to get in there, cause some issues. Aller will throw some really dumb passes, though. He throws off of his back foot, and there were a few plays there where when the pressure came, he was scared. He wasn't ready. He didn't make the right decisions. If we can get to the quarterback, I think we're sitting in a really good spot. Now, Penn State's running is pretty great. They got 2 guys. You got Singleton, who's great, and Allen. Both stud running backs, guys that will be playing on Sundays. They're downfield, run-hard teams. And with that O-line, they'll open up. They open up pretty well. I would say that Singleton has better vision, and even though he's not as fast, he sees the field a little bit better. We're going to need to have Kaiser get in there and Drake Bowen really follow him and hawk him, making sure that once they get through that first line, stop them. 7-yard gain is okay. 6-yard gain is okay. But don't let the big play happen. Don't let the outside run sweep through so that they can keep going. At the end of the game, Boise State, that happened. I think it was Singleton, he sweeped out, and they went. Things about the wide receivers. Good hands, good players, but they will go deep. Our corners are going to be tested, not like how they were on Georgia's team. Georgia, they missed a few catches. Some bad passes. Stockton overall did very well, I will say. Like, people want to knock him down. He did a great job for stepping in for his first start at Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. I mean, not bad at all. He has a bright, bright future ahead of him. But our guys need to give a little bit of space because they will go deep. And if we can control that, hit them off the line, and then make sure that they don't blast by us, we're gonna be all right. Now, where I see some weaknesses is through that blitz, like I mentioned, need to send the house. One area that I do think Penn State has us on is kicking. Even though last week I got to give my flowers to Mitch Jeter, 3 field goals was phenomenal, just incredible, just out of this world, moved back to 40 plus yards and hit his field goals. It was a moment where all year I was scared of everything. He was injured, but oh man, he saved that game. In terms of special teams, I never know what to see with our special teams. Usually non-factor, but with the way that we can block punts, Young, do not block the kicker or run into the kicker. Just let the punt go. But we have to be able to confuse their linebackers and stay away from number 6 on Penn State. I don't know his name right now, but he's ball hawking at all moments. But you look at Notre Dame, you look at the type of team that we have, the destiny, the storylines. You gotta love some storylines. Notre Dame is the storyline right now. On the other side, you have Texas and Ohio State. I think Ohio State's going to win. Notre Dame, Ohio State in the college football final. That's pretty amazing. Marcus Freeman, former linebacker for Ohio State. Ryan Day trying to win the big one. The stories will be amazing, but we are focused on January 9th. We are focused on Notre Dame making it to the college football final. All of this is a culmination of all the work that's put in. Marcus Freeman always says, choose hard. And they have chosen hard time and time again. And I believe that with our skill players, with the drive, with the preparation, we got this. You know you're going to see an O-line video come out where everybody, Pat Coogan's yelling at the boys, getting us ready. And it is going to be glorious. They're going to look great in those jerseys. They're going to have that gold helmet shining. Penn State's white helmet. It's a perfect game back and forth. Going to be good weather. My dad's going to be there. And I will be watching every play intently, proud of my boys. At the end of the day, I'm proud of them. Now, the line is 1.5 in Notre Dame's favor. Got it all the way up to 2.5. And then money line, I believe, was 140 at the top, but it's fluctuated between 110 and 140. Now, my bets for this game, where I think that this is going to go, Notre Dame, money line. I think that they win. I think I got in around minus 130. Yeah, not as much money, but if you believe in your team, you go for it. Next thing. Jeremiah Love has been injured, and that is a big factor for this game. He tweaked his knee against Georgia, and he started moving slow. Put on a knee brace. Knee brace really does impact a running back, changes the way that they cut, it changes the confidence that they have. But he had a very good week, and he's ready to roll. Marcus Freeman said he's ready to go. He's going to go. He was minus 110 for a touchdown. I don't think that he's going to be thrown into the mix as much. I think he will be used, but it's going to be heavily on Jadarian Price. So looking at Jadarian Price was all the way up at plus 240 for a touchdown at any time. I think that is a strong bet. So you're listening to this today, Jadarian Price, anytime touchdown, plus 240, big move right there. Then you have Riley Leonard, always running the option, showing off. He's got God on his side. He's all glory to God. I feel it. The Catholic Church raining down on him, plus 110 to score a touchdown. Those two guys are your guys to score touchdowns tomorrow, today, whatever. And I believe that Notre Dame will win this game by 10 points. I think it will be a 31-21 win. It's a 1.5 spread. We have beat so many opponents by more than 7 points, by more than 10 points is about our average. We've only given up 13 points a game. They have a good offense, and they're strong. They are strong. But this is Notre Dame football, and this is when they rise. This is when you show why we're not in a conference and why we do whatever we want. Why we have our own football contract and TV contract, and why we get to dictate how the college football playoff works. It's because we're Notre Dame. The tradition, the money, the excitement, the love, the connection. This is our time. It's luck management. There is no luck in tomorrow's win. There's no luck there. It is the hours and days of work that they put in. The grind, the sweat, the tears after that NIU loss, the rejection, the hurt that they felt. And every single day they've been reminded, and they are ready for it more than they've ever been before. So it's all faith for the Irish. It's cheer, cheer for Notre Dame. It's the 100-year anniversary of Knute Rockne and the Four Horsemen. It is going to be glorious. So I say with this, Notre Dame will beat Penn State. We will make it to the college football playoff, and it will be incredible. I believe in the boys. All faith and glory to God. Jopa, get out of here. Penn State, nobody wants you. Nobody's supporting you. Actually, there's so many fans supporting you, and it's going to be a battle back and forth. And, overall, I think that there's respect from these programs. But, sorry, y'all. Can't win the big one. You won't win the big one. It's not your time. It's our time. It's our time. So let's go out and get it. And you'll see me next week in glory in talking about Notre Dame versus Texas or Ohio State. I'd love to see a Texas win. But all we got to do is focus on this game, win this game in the Orange Bowl, and then win one for the Gipper. So, as always, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. Keep living the luck management lifestyle. Peace.
Ayo, this episode of Luck Management is brought to you by Charm ND. Love thee, Notre Dame Lucky Charms. I love Notre Dame, and when I went to school there, I wanted to have a way of holding a piece of Notre Dame in your hand. And the first iteration came from small little tubes and filling up with pieces from around Notre Dame, and it's evolved into a really cool and wonderful business that I truly cherish. And now we have necklaces, we have keychains, we have earrings, and we have bracelets. All of these pieces are from Notre Dame. So in our keychains, we have soil from Notre Dame's campus with 24 karat gold flakes. We have AstroTurf from the Notre Dame football stadium and wood shavings from the old seats of Notre Dame Stadium, a true classic of history and tradition of the Notre Dame football way. We also have gold helmets that are painted with the same gold that they use on the Notre Dame football helmets and from the Golden Dome. straight gold from the Golden Dome. All these pieces are so incredible to me, and I hope that you all enjoy them. And you can find me on charm_nd on Instagram, or you can go to our Etsy shop, which is Charm ND Store on Etsy. So please give it a check out, and love the Charm ND. Ayo Luckies, this is Carter Loesch from the Luck Management Podcast, and it is my distinct pleasure today to announce t-shirts have been released. Available on my Instagram page for the_luck management, and also on Charm ND's Etsy shop. And now these shirts are a great way for you to rep your love for the podcast, your appreciation and support for the show, and just to share and work out in, go walking in, walk your dog in. Heck, go to the pool in the shirt. Somebody sees it. Whoa, that's such a cool shirt. Where'd you get that? Yeah, it's a really cool podcast. You should check it out. The Luck Management Podcast. And, this shirt, even though it's simple, it embodies the luck management lifestyle. And I would so appreciate it if you would consider purchasing it and wearing it in pride and in your love for Notre Dame. So please check it out and keep living the luck management lifestyle. Peace.